Hello Internet, I am Jango, and I'm going to continue running through my Day 2 territory battles in the mixed planet of Felucia. I will start this one here in the center on the right. It's the open mission. I like to use my Mandalorians, and I add in Rey. If you've unlocked Bo-Katan Mandalore, which you need for the unlock mission to get into the bonus planet of Mandalore, then you should have this team. So it's Bo-Katan Mandalore, Beskar Mando, Paz, and IG12, and then I just throw in Rey on top. This is a normally full auto team. You do have to watch Rey. Every once in a while she can start lifeblooding herself to death, but this fight isn't normally as bad as some of the other ones. But I do like to keep an eye on her. If it looks like she's in the yellow and she's continuing to lifeblood and not doing any kind of offensive abilities to get her health back up, then I'll take manual control. I like to target the red guy in the back. He's one of their big damage dealers. He does that AE grenade. After he's dead, then I normally go after the guy on the right, and then the guy on the left, and just seems like they do the bulk of the damage. We're stuck behind taunt again. And might as well finish off the guy. Well, the burning's probably going to finish the guy on the left, so we can just go to the guy on the right. Yeah, burning plus a counterattack was enough to finish him off. And the second wave, I try and just focus down Hondo as much as possible. We'll probably get distracted by the guy just to the left taunting, but the AI runs this fight pretty well most of the time, so like I said, this is typically just a full auto team. I'll go to the guy in the back row. And it's over. Overkill. And I'll do the Jabba mission next. Last time I just used my really poor scoundrels, which I think I had Boba, Jango, Dash, and Greedo. I'll take Chrysanthemum this time. Just I've already shown you how to do it with the essentially the absolute worst. So we'll take Jango and I don't know. Dash. We'll take Dash. I like his Dispel. Greedo's actually kind of nice to have as well because it's a second Dispel. But most of the time, if you have the full Hutt Cartel, being Boba, Chrysanthemum, Boosh, and Skiffguard Lando, you can just full auto this. And if you don't, then you're probably going to end up doing going from left to right. Most of your team's probably going to die. And you're going to end up with Jabba doing the third special and then 2 basics, 3rd special, and then 2 basics. We're going to use the dispel here so that the rest of the team come over and join in. We're not down to just Jabba yet, so I don't have to use that 3rd special, 2 basics I was talking about. That's what you end up using once you are down to just Jabba. But until then, you can go ahead and use whatever you want to try and go after. You still want to go after Range Trooper first. He's the one who's giving everyone bonus protection, so he's the key to getting into this fight. AE days is nice. That way, even when people have the retaliation, so now I can use his AE and don't have to worry about Jabba getting attacked, or I mean Jango getting attacked. Can use his AE. And especially with Boosh, this fight becomes a lot easier because she's putting thermal detonators on everyone, which allows you to get to contract faster. Yeah, the beginning of this fight is just waiting. Most of the time for me, it's just waiting for them to kill off the rest of my team. I was going to use a basic since Dash is going to go up next, and Dash can go ahead and dispel that taunt. Stick it. Nope, no buff immunity. But we made contracts, and now we're going to be doing more damage. It should be a lot easier to kill everyone. We'll get the AE days out again, so we don't have to worry about all the retribution. And we'll just keep on hammering at Range Trooper. Alright, now he's dead. It's like dominoes. The rest of the team will fall down without the bonus protection. But you want to keep going from left to right. Even though I have ultimate up, you want to resist the temptation to use ultimate, because every time he throws thermals, the number of thermals he throws is based on how much ultimate charge he has. So when you first start a fight, he's going to be only placing 1 thermal on everyone. But when he's at max ultimate charge like he is right now, he's actually putting 6 thermals on everyone. And that's a huge amount of damage. So you want to keep him at 6 thermals. So you really don't want to use his ultimate. You want to keep him at max ultimate charge. That way, every time he uses that 3rd ability, like right now, he's going to put 6 thermals on the entire team. And that's just a big amount of damage. And even if they had their healer, it overwhelms them. And because the thermals are going to be killing everyone off, you can mostly do basics with the rest of your team. Let their cooldowns become... let all their abilities come off of cooldown going into the next fight, next wave. I'm not even going to bother dispelling that taunt. The thermals are going to kill the recon trooper over there. And Jabba's next round of thermals will probably kill off this guy. Alright, into wave 2 we go. And wave 2 is the exact same. We're just going to start on the left. And of course, we're already under contract, and we're putting 6 thermals on everyone, so this generally goes a little bit easier. We'll get the AE days out. Let's try and dogpile as much damage as we can on him. Use that third ability, get 6 thermals on everyone. Use Krrsantan's middle ability, get his taunt going. He's a pretty stout tank. Oh, I didn't even notice he was taunting. I could have used the dispel there, but no big deal. Jabba ignores taunt anyway, so we'll just go into the middle ability and call the mass assist, see if we can't kill him off. Yeah, close. Go back here, do his third ability to dispel and get that 6 thermals on everyone. Alright, now that he's dead, there's no bonus protection, so it's gonna. The rest are gonna fall pretty quickly. Again, you continue ignoring the ultimate because you want those 6 thermals. We'll go and use the spell now to get taunt gone. And we'll return to Stormtrooper Commander, who's their healer. And we'll go to Scout Trooper in the back. He won't last long. As a matter of fact, there's no point in attacking him because those thermals are going to finish off that sliver of health he has. He's got no way of healing himself. Yep, he fell off, so we're going to go after Imperial Officer. Dispel the taunt. And Jabba's pretty much just, I mean, it's just on repeat. Third special, 2 basics. Third special, 2 basics. Use his AE. I'm just going to ignore him because the 6 thermals are going to finish him off. And they're probably going to finish him off, but we'll kill him with a basic. And then, yeah, you might as well use the ultimate to finish off that last guy because just speeds things up a little bit at that point. Alright, so we're going to go over to the Hondo mission. For the Hondo mission, I like to use the Baylan team. As mercenaries. Hondo is already a mercenary, so with Baylan, Merc, and Xanadu, you need Merc's Omicron. That makes him hit extremely hard, and he assists anytime any mercenary uses a special ability. So we will go ahead and bring in Wrecker, just as another mercenary, plus he's a tank. Yeah, Merc hits very, very hard. If they focus down Merc in the the initial volley, they can derail things a little bit. there's two things you could do here. I'm actually going to go ahead. I did this on my run on my other account. I'm going to capture him. You got to be careful because if you kill him off before Hondo has 10 stacks of ransom, then Hondo will leave. And you really don't want Hondo to leave. But if I put captive on him right off the bat, then I can just ignore him and pretend he's already, may not dead, but he's not going to be putting bonus protection because he can't take a turn. And I can just focus on everyone else. So I'll go left to right as if he was already dead. And I'm just going to use her basic because she can call anyone to assist with her basic. I'm going to use his basic because I want to save specials. Same thing here. I want to make sure that by the time I get into the second wave, again, I'm just going to do a basic here because I want to save some specials going into wave round 2, or make sure I've got plenty of specials because we're going to want to kill off Tarkin as fast as we can. So if you notice on the left there, Range Trooper no longer has captive because at a certain point it'll wear off, and as soon as it wears off, the locked buff above Hondo's head here says 12. He gets a bonus 10 stacks as soon as that wears off. So, okay, so we will go back and we'll take out Range Trooper now before he can give people. Actually, he's almost dead. We're going to change over here and kill off Stormtrooper with him, and then he can take out the final guy with a basic. So the most dangerous guy in Wave 2 is going to be Grand Moff Tarkin. Grand Moff Tarkin can really ruin your day. So that's why we save these specials. That way we can call Merc in to assist as much as possible. He takes a decent amount of damage. So 3 attacks by Merc was enough to kill him. And then we're just going to do what we did before. We're going to go left to right. Taking out the Range Trooper first. Use her basic to call him. Him being Merc. Yeah. We'll just keep going left to right. His AE will take that guy out, so we'll go and move to the next guy. I'm not going to use his captive. He's not at 11 stacks yet, and he's not going to on this fight. There's not enough time left for captive to wear off, and I still don't want him to escape, even though we have this well in hand. Use the special to call Merc, and that finishes that fight. This next fight does take a little while, but it's extremely safe. Run it with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren and Mass and Hux. Hux isn't really that needed. You do want to run it with Wat. And it's kind of important to get Kylo Ren unmasked modded more for... I have mine normally modded for health, but you really want him modded more for damage mitigation so he can survive the initial onslaught. So what I do is I give him my Seer Agenda mods. She has 3 defense sets. And if we go down here, you'll see that raises his armor from 65.9 to 75.3, and that's important. You can see his health actually drops a little bit, but the increase in damage mitigation is what's important here. Without remodding him, he will die in that first onslaught every time. He he doesn't mitigate the damage enough. He takes far too much damage. But with this, sometimes he'll get down into the red, but he survives, and that's the important thing. You just need him to survive, because under Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's lead, he will start ramping his max health, and it becomes kind of a ridiculous mechanic. He becomes immortal, essentially, during this fight. So we'll go in. The next important thing is Wat's techs and who they go to. You want to give his middle tech to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren right off the bat. And then you want to stun the recon trooper in the back. These are the big damage dealers. We're just going to stun them for the first round to reduce the amount of damage that they throw downfield. We're going to pass the turn over to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and he's now going to stun the Imperial officer, who is the other big damage dealer. And we're going to target Stormtrooper on the right. That's essentially the last thing we're doing. And Wat has to give his first tech to Kylo Ren Unmasked. Super, super critically important. And from here, you can put it on auto basic. Make sure you are targeting the Stormtrooper. And if you watch the green numbers on Kylo Ren Unmasked there, it was about 10,000. And now it's about 11,000. See, he heals every time he's hit. Now it's about 12,000. He heals. Now it's 14,000. He heals for a percentage of his max health. So you can watch his max health increasing as those healing numbers go up. So he's going to max out at healing for 4.8 million every time he's attacked. Doesn't matter what happens to anyone else on the team. Wat can die, Hux can die, Lando can die. The only thing that's important at this point is Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is the damage, and Kylo Ren Unmasked is the meat shield that Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is going to hide behind. You just need to be auto basic on Stormtrooper and wait until Kylo Ren Unmasked. Wait until that number, tops out. It'll be 4.8 million. And at that point, you can take it off auto basic and put it on full auto until the end of wave 1. We'll do a couple things at the beginning of wave 2, but this does take a few minutes. But you can see he ramps pretty fast. He's already up to 300,000 I see there. Now he's healing for 644,000, 708. He just ends up with a ridiculous, and he's only healing a percentage of his max health. So let's say he's healing like 30% of his max health at 4.8 million. That means he's going to be like somewhere around 20 million hit points. He's just literally immortal at that point. They can't throw enough damage downrange. You look at how much they're hitting other people for, and well, they aren't hitting anyone else. They're only hitting him. But I see like 90,000 damage. So we're getting close now. And there we are, we're at max. So now we can take it off auto basic and just put it on full auto. Now this whole time when we were doing basics, Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, has been getting stacks of siphon when he does his basics. Now he goes into ultimate and he doubles his stacks of siphon, so he's at 400. So he'll make relatively short work of these guys. Start swiping and poking, and one by one they'll fall down. So right at the end of the wave or at the beginning of the next, you want to take it off auto because you do want to... Okay, so he went into ultimate there, so we're going to take it off auto as soon as the wave starts. All right. So it doesn't matter who you're really targeting. You just want to make sure that Supreme Leader Kylo Ren pokes a couple times, because otherwise he'll just tend to do swipe, 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 and he doesn't have any stacks of siphon. And whereas we spent a lot of time, I'm just going to do a basic because there's no sense passing the turn to him. He's about to take his turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and poke there. Really doesn't matter who you poke. You could poke Iden. She's the one who's going to be... so we'll pass it to him now, and he's going to poke again. 2, 3 pokes. We'll go ahead and do it one more time. We'll do one more poke. Yeah, we'll take away Kylo Ren's debuffs. Doesn't matter. They're going to put him right back. It's not a big deal. And again, you can do whatever you want. Largely, this part doesn't matter. You just want to make sure you get a few pokes in before you put it back on full auto. I'm going to go ahead and stun her. And I'm going to do a swipe. That way I can get up to full meter. And then I'm just going to put it back in full auto. And at this point, there's, like I said, Kylo Ren Unmasked is immortal. He's got, I don't know, 20 million, a bazillion hit points. Plus, he heals every time they hit him. So, I mean, however much they hit him for, he's healing for 4.8 million when they hit him. Doesn't matter. So you just need to put it on full auto. Now that he's got some siphon stacks, he's going to start siphoning off everyone else's mastery, increasing his damage, decreasing theirs. And well, like I said, the most critical thing is getting you need to get Kylo Ren Unmasked to survive that initial onslaught. I don't know what the magic number is, but I do know that 65.9, where I normally have him, is too low. He will die every single time in that initial onslaught. So 3 defense sets with some defensive secondaries on those. That gets him up to a nice healthy low mid 70% armor, and that's enough with a decent amount of health. There are other teams that will work here. If you have Ahsoka Tano, Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano, this is a full auto fight with Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano, Ezra Exile, General Syndulla, and Huyang. You can substitute Padawan Sabine in for Huyang, but I use that team on my other account, and takes less time than this battle. But I just recently got Galactic Legend Ahsoka unlocked on this account, and I actually won't have Ezra Exile until the end of this conquest. So, and Ezra Exile is pretty critical for that team. So, I may swap over in the beginning, but I do like running this team. It's just it's fun to watch Kylo Ren unmask health ramp up like that. You don't get a whole lot of opportunities to watch him just ramp up to the max health that the game will allow. And that's the end of that. So we'll finish off Felucia with the fleet battle. Preferred ship in the middle planet is almost always Executor. You can win it with other ships, but I put my Razor Crest into operation, so we're running with Punishing One Xanadu, rest of the bounty hunters, and then you're going to take an Ebon Hawk and Imperial TIE Bomber, but honestly, you almost never are going to use them. I always focus down Imperial TIE Bomber first. You can just do a basic here because when Punishing One does his special, he's going to force taunt onto Houndstooth. Likewise, you don't need to use the special there to do it. I prefer to put Call the Mass Assist to get damage downfield and to put more stacks of target lock, which is going to get you to ultimate faster. Or not necessarily ultimate, but the locked buffs. Then use that to call in Punishing One. We're just trying to get as much damage downfield. I want to kill off TIE Bomber as fast as possible. We'll call in IG-2000 since we don't have the locked debuffs up yet. Get some damage downfield, get him... Oh, that didn't kill him off. That should... Okay, that killed him off. Okay, I guess ability block. So we are going to lose taunt. If they hadn't had its ability blocked, I would have used that. But I'm going to go ahead and put taunt on Houndstooth with that. I think TIE Advance is going to dispel it. But... oh, well, he can't now because we got the lock debuffs. Perfect. So that's part of why you want to get as much damage downfield as possible. You rush to getting those lock debuffs. Once the lock debuffs are out, Houndstooth can't lose taunt. And essentially at that point, you can't lose this fight. Once you have the lock debuffs out, you want to bring out Slave 1 because his bomb will be off cooldown. And you just want to spam that bomb as much as possible. We'll go after TIE Fighter because he does a lot of damage and he's pretty easy to kill. Everyone always wants to call IG-2000 because he will Now that they have the lock debuffs, everyone has breach, and when IG-2000 basics on a breached, he hits twice and does a lot of damage. We're going to do the mass assist over here, which probably should kill both of them off. No, it does a little AE damage, but not enough to kill him up, but that's okay. A basic's enough to finish that. And that finishes off Felucia. It won't be perfect for the entire phase, but at least it was perfect for Felucia. So if you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe, and please stick around for the next video where I will conclude today's missions over here in the dark side planet of Geonosis. Thank you for watching.